Marcus Aurelius struggled to get out of bed. The most powerful man on earth, the Emperor of Rome, wanted to hide under his blankets just like you. But he realized something terrifying, something that you have forgotten. You procrastinate because you are arrogant. You think you have time. You assume that tomorrow is guaranteed. You tell yourself, I will do it later. But what if there is no later? Seneca warned us, while we waste our time hesitating and procrastinating, life goes on. Procrastination is not a bad habit. It is an insult to nature. It is the suicide of your potential. Today, we're going to fix this, not with motivation, but with a psychological weapon used by high performers to trick their brain into action. It's called the 5-minute rule, and it starts now. Before moving on, if you want to make money online in 2025 alongside your job, click on the link in the description. Let me tell you something you don't want to hear. You're not lazy. Your brain is trying to protect you from pain, from effort, from the possibility of failure. It's biological. It's primitive. It's trying to keep you safe. But safe from what? Safe from living. Your primitive brain wants comfort. Your rational brain wants meaning. And right now, they are at war. Every morning, when your alarm goes off, there's a battle happening inside your skull. The coward wins because the coward speaks first. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." You have time. You just choose to waste it. And I know why. You procrastinate because you are afraid. Not of the work itself, but of doing it wrong. Of not being perfect. So you wait. You wait for the perfect moment, the perfect mood, the perfect circumstances. But perfection is a myth. It is the favorite excuse of a coward. Listen to me carefully. The task you're avoiding right now, the one you keep pushing to tomorrow, it is not that hard. What is hard is the friction, the resistance, the moment between thinking about doing it and actually doing it. That moment is where your dreams go to die. You tell yourself you will start on Monday. You will start next month. You will start when you feel ready. But Monday never comes. Next month is just another excuse. And you will never feel ready. The Stoics understood this. They knew that time is the only currency that matters. And you are spending it on nothing. Right now, while you watch this video, your life is passing. While you scroll, while you hesitate, while you make another plan that you will not follow, you are dying. That is not motivation. That is reality. Now, let me give you the weapon. The 5-minute rule. It is simple. It is brutal. And it works. Here is the secret that nobody tells you. The hardest part of running is not the running. It is putting on your shoes. The hardest part of writing is not the writing. It is opening your laptop. The hardest part of studying is not the studying. It is sitting down at your desk. This is physics. Static friction is stronger than kinetic friction. An object at rest wants to stay at rest. But once it moves, it keeps moving. You're that object. So here's what you do. You negotiate with your brain. You say, I will do this for only 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. If I want to stop after that, I will stop. Your brain hears this and thinks, 5 minutes? That is nothing. I can survive 5 minutes. And here is the trick. Here is the plot twist. Once you start, you will not stop. Because the fear disappears the moment you take action. The mountain you were afraid of climbing becomes a small hill. The dragon you were afraid of fighting becomes a lizard. Your brain chemistry changes the second you begin. Dopamine starts flowing. The anxiety fades. The task that felt impossible 5 minutes ago now feels manageable. This is not theory. This is how high performers operate. They do not wait for motivation. They do not wait to feel like it. They use the 5-minute rule to bypass resistance entirely. The Stoics called this hic et nunc, here and now. Marcus Aurelius did not think about conquering the entire empire. He thought about the next right action, the next decision, the next 5 minutes. He knew that the only moment that exists is this one. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. So stop thinking about finishing the project. Think about working for 5 minutes. Stop thinking about losing 50 pounds. Think about working out for 5 minutes. Stop thinking about writing a book. Think about writing for 5 minutes. Break the mountain into a pebble. Then move the pebble. Because once you start moving, momentum takes over. The boulder that you could barely push at first starts rolling on its own. And suddenly, you are not fighting anymore. You are flowing. That is the difference between the person you are and the person you want to be. 5 minutes of courage. But let me warn you, the 5-minute rule will not work if your environment is working against you. If you want to work, but your phone is next to you, you've already lost. If you want to study, but your bed is in the same room, you have already lost. If you want to focus, but you have 47 browser tabs open, you have already lost. Marcus Aurelius did not have notifications. He did not have TikTok. He did not have 1,000 distractions screaming for his attention every second. You do. So you must create a mental monastery, a fortress where distractions cannot enter. Put your phone in another room. Lock it in a drawer. Give it to someone else. I do not care. Just remove it from your sight. Because every time you see it, your brain thinks, maybe someone texted me. Maybe something interesting happened. Maybe I should just check real quick. And then 2 hours disappear. Eliminate the friction that pulls you away from your goals. Increase the friction that pulls you toward comfort. Make it hard to be lazy. Make it easy to be disciplined. And here is the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop trying to make the task easier. Instead, become stronger. The Stoics practice something called a more fatty. Love your fate. Love the difficulty. Love the resistance. When the task is hard, you do not complain. You smile. You say, good. This is where the competition quits. This is where I separate myself. Because here is the truth. Everyone wants the result. Everyone wants the success, the money, the body, the respect. But nobody wants a process. You do. That is your advantage. And if you need extra motivation, practice premeditation malarum. Negative visualization. Close your eyes and picture your life in 5 years if you keep procrastinating. See yourself broke, alone, filled with regret, living in the same place, doing the same things, having the same excuses. Feel that fear. Let it burn in your chest. Now use it as fuel. Let me leave you with one final thought. You're going to die. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe in 50 years. But it is coming. And when it does, all your plans, all your dreams, all the things you were going to do someday will die with you. Marcus Aurelius kept a skull on his desk. Not to be morbid, but to remember. Memento mori. Remember you must die. So ask yourself this question. If today was your last day, would you spend 4 hours scrolling? Would you waste it watching other people live their lives? Would you let fear stop you from doing the one thing that matters? No, you would act. You would move. You would stop making excuses and start making progress. So why are you waiting? The 5-minute rule is not a life hack. It is a life philosophy. It is the difference between existing and living, between wanting and becoming. You do not need tomorrow. You need the next 5 minutes. So close this video. Right now, pick the task you have been avoiding. Set a timer for 5 minutes. And start. Do not think. Do not plan. Do not prepare. Just start. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is action. And action starts now.